Today I'm going to be reviewing these new Maybelline Color Blue by Lip Studios Cream Matte Lip Pencil and Smudger. So recently these were released in the American drugstores. I haven't seen them anywhere in Canada yet, but I'm sure that we'll get them eventually. I think that we could usually get them about like 2 or 3 months later. But when I was in the States recently, I wanted to pick up all these shades and do a review for you, especially swatches, just because I know that swatching things at the drugstore is not always available, and especially it can just be a little bit hard to pick things out based on the packaging. So I definitely wanted to pick up all of them. So there are 10 shades in this collection, and I think that they range anywhere from about $8 to $10, just depending where you find them. I found them at quite a few drugstores just because a lot of the displays had been picked over or even touched. So just make sure that you are checking these to make sure that no one has touched them, because there is no safety seal on them. But they were readily accessible. I found them in many drugstores, and I was able to pick up all 10 of them by just visiting 1 or 2 drugstores. So these are a matte texture of a lip crayon. I think that they are very similar to the new L'Oreal La Matte ones that have recently come out. I think that the size comparison between the two of these is really similar, as well as the application in the sense of the beveled edges of the actual crayon. I think that that is a really nice aspect to these Maybelline Color Blur lip crayons. I think that they glide on really nicely. They're really nice for the dark shades because you can get right up to your lip line and really make sure you get a smooth line. They also come with this smudger, which is like a squishy, like rubbery substance. Kind of reminds me of like an eraser or something a little bit more rubbery than an eraser. And essentially these are similar to a lot of the Asian makeup that is out there right now. A lot of Korean makeup or Asian makeup, it's really popular to do an ombre lip. So essentially you just put a little bit of the color right in the center of your lips, sort of where they touch, and then blend it out with the blur stick. So I think it's really interesting to see that makeup trend come alive in the United States as well as in Canada, because not a lot of times do you see sort of the Korean trends or the Asian trends come to sort of North America. So I was really excited when they brought these out to sort of do that same lip trend. I think that it's almost a little bit gimmicky for doing the ombre lip trend. I think that a lot of people have a really pigmented lips, so doing that ombre lip trend kind of will just make it look like you sucked on a lollipop or like a popsicle, or that you just didn't apply your lipstick properly. I think that if you apply foundation or concealer first to your lips and then do the ombre, it might look a little bit better. But I think that it is a little gimmicky for North America because not a lot of people do that ombre lip trend. So I think that you might get a few sort of, what is she doing with her lips looks. But if you like that and you can rock it, go for it. I'm not saying don't do it, but I think that it is a little gimmicky for North America, and I don't see that these will last that long in the drugstores because drugstores do discontinue things quite often. I have a feeling that these might not last long. But other than that, I think that the lip crayon itself is really nice. So if you wanted to wear it sort of just like a lipstick and wear it all over, you definitely could. I think that the color range is really nice. There's a really nice sort of 10 color range. I wish that there were a few more nudes. I will do swatches and sort of tell you the different colors as the video goes on, but I feel like if anything it's just missing a few nude shades. I think the texture of these is really nice. It's a really matte formula. I would almost compare it to the Maybelline matte lipsticks, but I feel like it's a little bit more matte. I feel like the Maybelline Color Sensational matte lipsticks have almost like a silicone or a slip to them while still being matte, while these ones almost feel purely matte. Like when you rub your lips together, you definitely feel more of a matte texture. And when you look at them, some of the Maybelline lipsticks might have a slight shine to them, where these kind of just look completely matte. And thus overall they might be a little bit more drying. They're going to accentuate a little bit more texture in your lips. So if you have dry lips, or if you have cracked lips, or even if you have a little bit of wrinkles in your lips, they might settle into sort of the fine lines, as well as the texture issues. It might settle a little bit more into that. So I would keep that in mind. You definitely could top it with like a lip balm, or you could put a lip balm on first. It's really just personal preference, but I would say that they are quite similar to those Maybelline matte lipsticks, but a little bit more matte. I didn't find that any of these had shimmer or any kind of sort of flecks of shimmer in them. They were a complete matte sort of formula as well as a matte finish. As I said, I do like the thinner formula of the crayon. However, I'm not a huge fan of the packaging. The one thing that I find a little bit annoying about this is the package. I do like that each crayon on is a different color. So you know which lipstick you're gonna get based on just the packaging alone, which is nice when you have all the colors. So if you're looking for the orange one, you know that the outside is orange, so you're gonna pick that one up. I do like that aspect about it, and I do like the physical crayon of it, how it has the beveled edges and it's a little bit thinner. The only thing I don't like is sort of the style of the packaging. When I open the cap, I go to twist it up by the top part here, and I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's only me. I think that it's because this sort of tool is at the bottom, so when I go to twist it, I don't automatically go to twist it here. Something about it kind of just throws me off, and I always go to twist it here and I'm like, oh, it won't twist up and I have to go back down here. I'm not sure why that is. If you guys do the same thing, let me know in the comments below, or I might just be crazy and I don't know. I just go here instantly, even though I know it twists up at the bottom, and I have lots of other ones that twist up at the bottom, but I don't know why I gravitate to twisting at the top. I think the tool kind of just throws me off. So to go over the colors, the first color in the collection is called Pink Insanity, which is the brightest color out of the entire collection. It's like a really nice light neon pink. The next one is called Fast and Fuchsia. This is more of like a warmer or coral undertone compared to the first one in Pink Insanity. Fast and Fuchsia is more warm and coral, as well as a little bit deeper, but also still quite bright. The next one is called Berry Misbehaved, which is essentially what it is. It's a very berry pink color, a little bit more warm tone berry, but it's still quite deep. The next one is a pure orange, or maybe like a warm tone orange color, and it's called Orange You're Glad. The next one is a blue based cherry red. It's called Cherry Cherry Bang Bang. It's very bright while still being very cool based red. The next one is called Partners in Crimson. This is a little bit more of a deeper red, a little bit more warmer than Cherry Cherry Bang Bang. The darkest out of the entire collection is called Plum Please, which is a really deep, almost like burgundy, a little bit more maroon undertone. The next one is called My My Magenta, which is essentially what it is. It's a magenta color. It's very deep. It's a very warm magenta, almost like berry undertone. The last two are the lightest of the collection. The first one is called I'm Blushing, which is a mid-tone pink color, and then the last one is called I Like to Mauve It. I Like to Mauve It is a little bit lighter than I'm Blushing, but they are quite similar. Overall, I really enjoy these lip crayons. I think that it's a really nice addition to the Maybelline selection. I don't think Maybelline has a lip crayon, so I think that these are really nice. I like the fact that Korean and Asian makeup is coming more to North America, although I do think it's very gimmicky and not a lot of people would do that ombre lip trend, but I like that it's available for you. You can wear it full opaque, or you can do that trend of the ombre lip. I think the texture is really nice. It's a little bit more matte than the Maybelline matte lipsticks, but overall I'm really happy with these Maybelline Color Blur lip crayons. I hope you all have enjoyed this review on these Maybelline Color Blur by Lip Studio Cream Matte Pencil and Smudger. If you've tried these, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe because I will be doing lots of upcoming drugstore reviews. And thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned.